What is up, guys? Mega Matt here for another pickups video for the month of March, and I actually got quite a bit of stuff here. I got a new system, so that's really cool to add, so why don't we just jump right into it. First thing is first, the beginning of the month, I didn't pre-order this, but the day it came out, it was on a Friday, so I had the day off. I ran to GameStop, and luckily they had extra copies of it, so I was afraid this was going to sell out. But that is the HD remix of Twilight Princess for the Wii U, and it comes with an amiibo. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it's just like really detailed. One of the most detailed amiibos I've seen. And I actually opened it. I know it's kind of, people don't like you opening, oh, it's collectible, but here's the game. It's got a different cover on it than the original Twilight Princess. So the only bad part is I can't play it because I don't have a Wii U. However, my wife has been saving up money to get a Wii U, and probably I want to say this was a couple days afterwards. I was out with my wife and my buddy. We went out to eat, and we were talking about Wii U and that. And he's like, how much money you have saved up? She told him, and he's like, I have a coupon. We were getting it at Best Buy. He's like, I have a coupon you can use, and we can go get it right now. So after that, I guess we went to Best Buy and grabbed it, and lo and behold, now I have a Wii U. This is the Mario Kart 8 edition. So that was pretty awesome. I wasn't actually expecting to get a Wii U this early. We were planning on getting one down the road. However, I wasn't expecting it to get it this soon. So, I mean, that's awesome. So, with that, actually, I got what I picked up with that is Shovel Knight. I've already ranted and raved about this game. This is one of the best games, I think, by far, that has been put out for 2015, but this is awesome. Now I had to play it on a big screen, which is what I wanted because I had it on 3DS before. We also got, this is another big box, Yoshi's Woolly World. This is mainly what my wife's been playing most of the time. This has the green Yarn Yoshi amiibo, and this was like hard to find actually. We had to go to a GameStop way on the other side of town because there was only one of these. They only had one of these left, so I haven't seen it anywhere since. So yeah, I've been playing the crap out of that, so there's the game. I'm going to figure out where to put all this stuff here. Another thing I got with it, which I don't have, it's actually in the other room, it's actually the Wii U Pro Controller, which is basically like kind of like a retro controller if you don't want to use the big D-pad with the screen. Got that with it. And then these other games I picked up. I haven't played this yet, but Super Mario 3D World. Awesome. This one, which I just got last week, NES Remix Pack. And the difference between this one and the 3DS one is it comes with NES Remix, like Volume 2, I guess, so to speak. But haven't got a chance to plug it in yet and play it because we've been playing all the other games. And then my wife wanted this game, which is Rayman Legends. Really fun platformer. Some stages go to like music. You have to like jump to the beat of the music and everything. Really fun game, so highly recommend that. Okay, moving on. I went to a Salvation Army. I talked about this in my last video. My buddy David, he went to the one and he picked up a bunch of NES games, and you just never see, retro games at least around here in this area. Retro games or any kind of games. You maybe might find Guitar Hero if you're lucky. But this one, I guess, this location's been getting more and more games like every week. It's kind of bizarre because every time I go in there, they have something new all the time. That's weird. But what I got from there is I got a copy of Wii Sports. This was, I think, $2. This was, I think, $5, and it was powered on in the case and working. Came with batteries, and that is a Game Boy Advance classic one. The I think this Arctic Blue, I guess, or Ice Blue, whatever you want to call it. And then this one, which I was kind of shocked to see because you don't find uh, PlayStation 1 games, let alone long box games, and this one is highly collectible. I did open it. It's a 3-disc game. I opened it and 2 of the discs flew out. It doesn't have the like sleeves that match this, but this is actually D for the PS1. If I'm not mistaken, this came out I think for Sega Dreamcast, but there's the 1 disc in there, and then I just put the other 2 in the sleeve here because it didn't have the matching sleeves that go in with the long box. So it's cool to get that. So alright, moving on. I did a... Oh, before I forget, the day after I think we got the Wii U, or the same day, I can't remember, they had this at GameStop, but there was 2 other people in front of me, and the guy already got it, so I was kind of bummed I didn't get it. But we found it at Best Buy. That is the Strategy Guide, the Collector's Edition for Twilight Princess HD, and it's really nice. And the nice thing about it is it comes with a bonus cloth map of Hyrule, however you want to say it, however people say it. So it's cool because I like Zelda. I love collecting Zelda stuff, so that's awesome to add to the collection. Alright, moving along. I did a trade with a local collector. He does a lot of those Facebook trading posts. He does a lot of trading, online and that. I noticed he had some games I was interested in, and he was like, oh, I don't know, because somebody was interested in them, and he was going to do a trade over there, but that fell through, and I traded him a couple Sega Saturn games, Panzer Dragoon, not Saga, Panzer Dragoon 2, and a Darkstalkers fighting game, I think, and then a Star Wars PSP I got last month. But what I got from him was Complete Alien Hominid. I don't know how to say that. This is actually a fun game. You just go around and shoot stuff. It's kind of like cartoon version of like Contra, I guess, so to speak. And then this is what I was really interested in. These are both complete in box. The boxes are in decent shape. There's a small crease in one of them in the back. But for the Game Boy Color, complete in box, both of them, Legend of Zelda Seasons and Ages. This is kind of hard to come by complete in box. You always see these games loose, but you never see the boxes for them. And like I said, they're in really nice, decent shape. So he did that trade with me, so that was pretty awesome. Alright, let's move along here. Me and my wife went to Madison. There was a convention. It was like a camping convention. Not something I'm really big into, but I was with the wife, and we stopped at one game store, and I saw this game, not the last time I was there, but the time before, and didn't really want to pick it up, but me and a coworker were talking about this. This isn't actually a different version. I thought it was just a remake of one of the old games. But for the PSP, we got Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. And so this is like a different game, I guess, but I haven't got a chance to plug it in and play it. But that. Okay, and then might as well do what's in front of me here. I did on one of those sites for my phone that's called Let Go. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it, but you can post stuff you just want to get rid of or whatever. And I found this lot of Xbox games. Wasn't sure if I wanted it or not, but for the price, you can't beat it. These were $5 a piece. And I got 4 games here, so we'll just start with the not so good ones. But we got NCAA 08 football. Obviously, not really worth $5, but WrestleMania 21, Become a Legend. You know, maybe that's worth $5. I don't know. These are all complete with the manuals and everything. Another copy of this, Conker's Bad Fur Day Live and Reloaded. That's worth $5 in my opinion. I already have this, but this will be good for trade. And then the last one, probably one of the valued games on the Xbox system for $5. Star Wars Battlefront 2. So pretty awesome to get those so for $20, those 4 games is well alone worth it. Okay, now local game store grab. Like I go every week, like you guys know. Actually did pretty well the past couple times I've been there. They had some good stuff. So start out with PS2 games here. This is Persona 3, and I wasn't going to get this at first, but the plastic wrap is on it, and I didn't really know. This is actually the collector's edition. I was kind of wondering, what's kind of stinks about my game store is if you bring in new and sealed games, they don't accept sealed games. They open them. If they do buy them off you, they just open them right away because they just don't deal with sealed games. But this game actually looks like it had maybe been played maybe once or never been played. But here's the game, and the contents with this, like I said, just look brand new, crisp. It comes with an art book. Like I said, looks like it's like barely been opened, if it's been opened at all. And then it comes with a soundtrack, which there's no scratches or anything on here. So my guess is they brought it in brand new, but because of how my game store is, which it is kind of a bummer, they probably just opened it up and put it on the shelf. Next I got a game that is very collectible. Apparently I didn't know at the time. This was only $4. This goes for way more than $4. And a local buddy of mine wanted this, and I kind of felt bad that I bought this and he didn't get it. However, he found Mega Man 5 on the Game Boy at a Salvation Army for like $2. So now he's got something I really wanted, and I got something he really wanted, and we were going to do a trade, but he's kind of a Mega Man fan too, so oh well, I guess you win some, you lose some, right? But the game I got is called Alchemic Drive. Probably, I don't know anything about this game, or RAD for short. It doesn't have the manual and everything. Like I said, never played it. It was $3, and when I looked it up, I couldn't believe how much it was going for, so it looks fun. And then I got at my game store for way less than what it goes for. I got a copy of Obscure. Now, however, as you can see, the art is kind of chewed up and, labeled. And then the worst part about this is the case has actually got a big crack down the middle. So before I bought this, I did a quick search on eBay for like it had no manual too, so I did a quick search for a case and manual, and one popped up that I think I got this for like $8, and it's in I made sure this was original art and everything, and the guy told me it was, and I got it. It is original art. It has the manual, complete, everything. So now I have a complete copy of one of the more uncommon another survival horror game. So awesome, Obscure to add to the collection. Okay, and then one other game I got from there a while back. I saw this in the case and I ran up to the counter. This is a Super Nintendo game I've been looking for. I played this. Somebody at one of the conventions, an anime convention I helped my buddy Jason out with, the guy brought his personal collection to play with, which is kind of weird. You don't really do that, but I was playing a bunch of games that I've never seen, a bunch of really, really expensive rare games. When my game store got this copy in, I ended up using almost all my store credit, and I had a coupon for 25% off, but it was under $100, so I'm not going to complain because this game does go up in value, and that is Ninja Gaiden Trilogy for the Super Nintendo. Yeah, I'm so glad I got this. This is just much better. The controls I think are better. It's still Ninja Gaiden is such a hard series, but the graphics are a little better. 16-bit versus 8-bit. So really glad to add that to the collection. Okay, now some trades I did. This is actually not a trade. I found this on Craigslist. Guy wanted $70 for this, and I was just shaking my head. I think I offered him 50, no 40, and he came back and he said no, that's too low, obviously, and he said he'd do 50. So I thought 50 was, 50 is not really a great deal on this game, but you never see this N64 game, and my wife likes this series a lot. She plays this on PC, so I thought I'd grab this for her. But that is StarCraft 64. So I'm not a big StarCraft person. I just don't like that style of gaming. But she is, so I just got it for her. So next thing I did a trade with a guy on Facebook. I traded him for the Super Nintendo Breath of Fire 1. And he had this game. I've been keeping an eye on this. This game has been going up in value. Shoot 'em up for the PS2. Glad I haven't played this either. I've been told this is really good too. But this is Gradius 5 for the PS2. It is complete with the manual and everything. Okay. Me and my wife and a couple of her friends, we went to a convention in Chicago called C2E2. It's kind of like a comic book / entertainment convention. I really wasn't going to go because we went a couple of years ago and it was okay, but I'm actually glad I did end up going because they did have video games and they had video game related stuff, which I didn't see 2 years ago when I went, so I was really happy to go. So I think we're going to go next year, obviously. But a lot of the video game vendors that were there, a lot of it was eBay pricing, and they don't haggle at all. Very minimal, if at all. But I did pick up some stuff, no video games, but video game related stuff. I did find these figurines. These are blind box figurines. They're Mega Man figurines. I don't see these. I've never seen these in store. Online has them, but they're usually sold out, or they have very minimal stock of them. These are these Mega Man, these blind little figures. And I bought 2 of them, and I thought, well, you can there's 4 different versions of Mega Man on here. The top, there's 3 of the regular, and then the one that has the question mark on it, it's Mega Man without his helmet, and I guess that's like probably the most uncommon one. So I was like, well, I'm gonna buy 2 of them. I'll give it a shot. So I opened them up. I didn't get Mega Man in either of them. Kind of a bummer, but you know what? What I did get was kind of ironic because I've got Fireman from Mega Man 1 or Flame Man. And then I got Iceman from Mega Man 1. So I got Fire and Iceman. So, I don't know. If I come across these down the road, I kind of want to know which ones I'm going to get. Because I don't want to end up with duplicates and, triples of these. But, anyway. But then the other thing I got, which was at a comic booth, was I noticed that they had all these game box magnets. They were just magnets, but they had the actual game boxes on them. And they had regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and 64. I think that's it. So I picked up, they were 1 for $3, I want to say, or like 4 for $10. So I ended up getting 4 of them. The 4 I did get was we got Mega Man X3. These are really neat. They're nice quality and everything. You got Mega Man X3, which is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. Original Legend of Zelda. And then it's this Player's Choice Edition, which doesn't bug me as much, but Zelda Ocarina of Time. So yeah, that was good. So yeah, definitely I'll probably be going back next year. Like I said, they had They had the replica Mega Man helmet, the life-size one. They had the blaster. They had figurines, you know, statues, all that stuff. So really cool because that wasn't there last time. So good thing for that. Okay, one of the last few things I got was guy on Craigslist was selling 2 Nintendos and some games and controllers and everything. He only wanted $40 for both of them. They're 2 NESs. I couldn't pass that up. I jumped on it right away. He said they worked, so I got a regular one here. I got another one, but it has a big gash at the top here, and this right here is all chewed up. So that one I'm going to be using for parts, obviously. I did power this one on, however, I could not get it to work. I did the boiling pin method. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but if you like boil the pins you take the NES apart and you take the pin connector out and you boil it for 20 minutes or so, it's supposed to work. That didn't work. So I ended up going online and I got a new pin connector. So I installed it, new pin connector and everything. Everything works. So this is working now, so that's fantastic. What came with it was a gray zapper, and then we have 3 controllers. 2 of them are original, and this one's like a third-party one. But then the games that came with it, a really grungy, beat-up copy of Super Mario 3, and the label's kind of chewed up. We've got original Mario Duck Hunt. Original Mario Duck Hunt. Pinbot. This game sucks. I was expecting this, pinball game not to be so bad, but it was pretty bad. And then this one, which is what I'm keeping for my collection. This is the original Super Mario Brothers. However, this is the 5-screw edition. A lot of these black box games had 5-screw variants, and I guess they're a little more collectible. So I don't have a copy of just regular Super Mario Bros. And let alone a 5-screw edition. So definitely be keeping that. Alright, and then the last pickup, which leads to what next week is. This is not a game. This is I've been looking at these like carrying bags a while, and there's a store in Schaumburg, close to Chicago, that has them, but they're like 50 or 60 bucks. Found this on eBay. It was a bid. I won the bid. It was like $25 with shipping. It was like 30 bucks. But this is a Mega Man 10 carrying bag, and it's got Mega Man, Bass, and Proto Man. And the reason I bought this is because of next week. Next week is Midwest Gaming Classic, which is one of my favorite gaming conventions to go to. And I'm always like, every time I go to this, I buy games and I'm just sitting there. I'm either holding them in a plastic bag or I'm just holding them, carrying around. So this way I have a bag now I can just throw over my shoulder. And I plan on bringing some games for trade too. Maybe some of the vendors, or there's some YouTubers that are going to be there that hopefully I'll get to meet up with. So yeah. Next week, which is next month, is Midwest Gaming Classic, and hopefully I will have some video to show for you guys while we're at the convention. I'm going to be there with Jason. The guys from Arcade Impossible are going to be there. We're going to all be there together. The editor, David, which is another good buddy of mine, he's going. He's never been to a gaming convention ever, so this is his first one. Local artist that did that Mega Man art behind me, Raven, he's going to be there. We were there last year, so it's going to be a really good time. So hopefully I'll have some footage for you guys. And then the week after, I'm going to visit my sister who moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico. So hopefully I'll find some game stores down there and get some games, but we shall see. But until next time, I appreciate you guys sticking around. Kind of a long video, but I will see you guys next time. Take care.